Developing story. 18 people were killed and 34 injured today at the annual fair. This has never happened in our town before.
Be quiet. Where was our so-called hero? Not there to save the day. That's for damn sure. I said, be quiet.
Oh no, she was there. She ran to hide in the restroom like the coward she is.
Now that's not fair. Armed soldiers came and she was unarmed. How do you think she could defeat them without a weapon?
I said shut up!
I didn't ask to be your damn savior, you selfish bastards. If it was up to me, I would let your precious city rot. I almost watched my sister get shot by that bitch in the red dress. Jesus, what am I doing? I made a promise to my young master that I would protect this city. I have to be strong. I have to endure this trial. They'll hate me for it, but that's the point of being a heroine, isn't it? I have to make the difficult choices no one else can make. Even if it kills me in the end. I just wish it wasn't this difficult.
I'm staring at the wall in front of me, feeling guilty about what happened to the couple that were behind me. How could I let them die in my place? They would have been alive if I wasn't such a coward. I hear a knock at the door asking to come in. I allow them to come in. It's Alfred bringing food to me.
You haven't eaten since yesterday, Tiff. Please eat for me. I'm worried about you.
I'm not hungry.
Tiffany, what happened at the fair? It wasn't your fault. You had no way of knowing who was behind you and...
You don't get it, do you? They're dead because of me.
I'm sorry, Alfheim.
It's okay, Tiffany. Like I said, this wasn't your fault. You are not to blame here. Besides, a model like yourself shouldn't be sad. You'll get crow's feet like artists.
Thank you, Alfred. You're always good and kind to me.
No problem, sis. Now seriously, please eat for me. It's bad enough I have to worry about Amber and Sally being picky eaters already. When you're finished and in bed, I will collect your plate. Good night, Tiffany. I love you.
I wish Alfred good night and tell him I love him. As I stare at my plate, I feel bad for what happened. However, I know Alfred cares a lot for all of us. I will eat only for him. I don't want him to worry about me.
As I reach Sally's room, I knock to announce my presence. As I look at the love of my life, it brings me great pain to see her like this. Lifeless as she stares at the wall. I try to make small talk with her, hoping she would snap out of it. I thought you would be in the storage room, haha. I brought you your favorite. Chili cheese fries. If you would like, I can help eat them with you, and in my best attempt to have her eat, it only resulted in failure. She pushed the plate aside. I put my hand on her hand, but she moved it away. Sally, my love, will you talk to me? She also ignored my plea. As I look at her, she stares out the window. I know we failed to stop her, but why?
Leave me.
Excuse me?
I said leave me.
But Sally, I was only...
Don't you see I don't want you in my life anymore? Please get the hell out of here.
As much as it pains me to do so, I grant her wish. As I leave, I can hear Sally's thoughts. She hates herself turning into a zombie to break free and the queen. As I close the door, I can hear my love crying. I listen as she speaks.
I was too weak to defeat her. Not only that, but she killed so many to get to me. I really am the beast. As I enter the kitchen, I see Alfred doing the dishes. I notice that he seems down, so I flirt with him to lift his spirits up. You know, it's very attractive to find a man washing the dishes. However, he continues to wash the dishes, still feeling hurt. I offer my assistance. If you need some help, I can.
How do you do it?
I'm sorry?
How are you able to be so strong?
I don't understand what you mean. am I strong?
I mean, everyone looks up to you because you can handle yourself. As a man, I really can't show weakness.
Who said that?
My late uncle. He taught me that a man should be strong, be willing to help the weak, but most important, not to show weakness. Yet, I struggle with this.
Alfred, trying to hold back his pain, says.
What's worse is that this weakness got him and the young master killed.
Alfred cries. I hug him as he cries. You're still growing as a person. It's normal to feel like this. You are a man, but it doesn't mean you should hide from your feelings. I kiss him on the forehead as he weeps. I want to take away his pain, but I know he wouldn't want that. He's a broken man who loves his family, no matter how small we are.
As the next day comes, Amber invited us to work in her coffee shop. I guess it was to get our mind off of things that happened. I'm still not sure if this was the best idea. Alfred and Sally didn't even want to look at each other. And Tiffany. Before I know it, Amber is already putting me to work.
Artist, can you bring this cup to the table by the corner window, please?
Sure. I take the tray of coffee and make my way to the table. Everyone is in awe of how I look. I know my maid outfit is appealing to the eye. Or it could be Henry flying around making a fool of himself. As I make it to the table, I give the customer his coffee. Here's your cup, sir. He thanks me, yet the man looks displeased. Is something wrong, sir? Surprisingly, he tells me.
My girlfriend and I have been dating for 3 years. One day she passes out and hits her head. She was in a coma for 2 weeks. During that time I found out she was cheating on me when a man claiming to be her boyfriend was in the room next to her.
Oh my. I'm so sorry, sir.
What's worse, she chose him over me. I wasted 3 years only to be broken in the end. I feel empty, alone and tired. I thought coffee would help me, but I don't know anymore.
My Henry takes interest in the man and tries to cheer him up. The man pets his head as I speak to him. I know it hurts, and believe me, it's going to suck for a while, but in the end you're going to be grateful to have her gone from your life. You need to know your value and find someone who will see your worth. But first you need to love yourself and accept that dating isn't for everyone. Do that and you won't ever have to feel sad or alone. Because you're you. The man thanks me and gives me a tip. Henry flips his wings as a sign of thank you. The man laughs and I return to Amber.
I help make coffee since Amber is the only one making coffee. After I finish making the cup, I personally deliver the coffee to the customer. I walk to the counter to give the young man his coffee. Here you go, sir. Fresh from the pot, I said. The young man thanks me with a smile, but his eyes are heartbroken. Are you okay? I asked him.
I lost my uncle this morning.
I'm so sorry.
I don't understand. He seemed like he was happy the last few days, but now he's gone.
I grab a seat and talk to the young man. As someone who lost family in the same way, I understand your pain. The truth is we never know what people truly feel. We're complex and try to hide our feelings. He may be gone, but he'll live on through you. Be the man he would be proud of.
I never got to say goodbye. To say sorry and that I loved him.
I hug the young man. I understand what he's going through. Most times we never get to say a proper goodbye. Most of the time we take for granted the people we love. We think they'll be there forever, but in the end it's never that simple. But we must live for them. The young man cries on shoulder. I give him a tissue to blow his nose. I tell him goodbye and return to work. Sally noticed what I did, but I ignore her and continue working.
I make a mocha frappuccino, one of my favorite drinks. I go to deliver the drink to the lonely student. I notice he's always alone. I decide to sit next to him. Want some company? He said yes please, and I take my seat. I noticed you're always alone. I do this to make small talk. And to know why he's always alone.
I don't have any friends.
Why is that?
Because either I'm forgotten or not smart enough.
How so?
Well, the old group of friends I used to have always forget to include me in things. During picture day my friends got to take a group photo without including me. Then when I tried making friends in my CS class everyone got along except me. They were all smarter than me, getting 90s and even 100s on tests. Meanwhile I'm struggling with a 57. I'm just a forgotten failure with no friends in life.
I'm sorry to hear that. Can I tell you something? The student nods. Finding your pact takes time. I'm sure your old friends didn't mean to leave you out. Just focus on yourself and others will notice. Trust me. I smile at the student, then return to work. I know how he feels, but finding a group takes time. Sometimes you need to be on your own and be your own person. At that point you stick out and people will want to be around you.
I decide to do some baking for the customers since Amber doesn't know how to bake. I take out the tray from the oven and smell the muffins I made. They were cooked perfectly and decide to start serving to the customers. Muffin to the tired man. Here you are, sir, fresh from the oven. The man thanks me in a sad tone. You okay, boss? I talk with the tired man for 10 minutes.
I stood up all night making my presentation only to be ignored and passed on from a promotion. I just feel like whatever I do it just gets looked over. I guess I feel like I'm invisible. With my talents gone to waste.
I smiles at the man. I know that feeling. Believe me.
You do.
Yep, and it sucks. In my line of work I have to be center of attention. Otherwise I lose out on work. I know you want to throw in the towel and dive deep into the ocean. But you have the talents to make it work. However, you must know there will always be someone better than you, and that's okay. Be happy with how far come and someone will take notice. With a weak smile, the tired man thanks me.
I'm sorry for taking up your time. But I want to thank you for listening to me. Although you look familiar, like I've seen you before.
I laugh off his comment. I get that a lot, but I was happy to listen to you. The world may think you're invisible, but you're not to me. I smile as returns to work. The man gets up and sees a post with me on it on his phone.
I knew Where did you go? I turned invisible to avoid unwanted attention. It's best that I don't cause any more attention to myself.
I look and feel like shit. If I'm being honest, I didn't even want to be here. Amber begged me to come and I only did it to be out of the house. Amber asked me to take this cup to the young man by the window. As I give him his coffee, I notice he has bruises and cuts on his face. I decide to ask him, "How did you get your licks?"
Some bully jumped me after school, attacked me when I wasn't looking and threw me against a door.
The teen hides his bruises. I can tell he didn't win his fight. So I sit next to him and coach him. Know how to fight? He said no. The trick is to aim for the shoulders. He questions if he heard me correctly. That's right, you hit there, then he can't move his arms easily. Leaves him open for a punch to the throat. Can't fight if you can't breathe.
I didn't think about that.
The teen is taking notes. Don't be afraid to fight dirty if you have to. In real combat you have to be smart and aware of your surroundings. Honor doesn't exist in combat unless in a controlled environment like in a tournament. I continue to teach him moves and the teen thanks me in the end. I fist bump the teen and return to work. As I walk away, I notice it felt good. I smile as I go back to work. That felt good. Hopefully what I taught him won't come back to bite me.
As the day slowly comes to an end, the speakers to the radio go out. Amber goes to investigate.
Dude, are you for real?
Henry and I both nod at each other and walk over to the piano. Everyone looks at me as I sit next to the piano. I take a deep breath and play. Everyone is stunned as I perform. I see Amber walking next to me with her guitar. As I end the song, the crows is in awe of our performance. I pick Henry, who is sleeping on my lap, and carry him to the others.
When did you learn how to play piano?
Dude, did you think I'm called artist because I make paintings?
If I had known, I would have joined you playing bass.
You play bass?
Kind of have to learn different instruments when raising the dead.
Tiffany makes a confused noise, which causes us all to break into laughter. We haven't laughed like that in a very long time.
As the day ends, I close up shop with the rest of the group outside. I ask if anyone forgot anything. The group gives the okay to lock up. Everyone decided to walk home together. Thanks again everyone for helping out today. I said, feeling thankful for the help. I notice Sally looks at Alfred, but Alfred ignores her and continues to look straight.
How long have you owned the coffee shop?
For about a year now. I originally worked here until the owner decided to sell. I bought it off of him and he was happy to sell it to me. It's a good place to think. Plus it's my way of being a hometown hero without having to beat up anyone. I said this knowing that my title has been ruined due to what happened at the fair. These people no longer view me as the hero.
It's a nice night for a walk. I was hoping Alfred would respond, but again he ignores me.
It is nice a night. Probably one of the better nights we had in a while.
We walk home together, becoming closer as a family. As nice as this night has been, we had bigger problems on the horizon. We are at war with Wonderland. And we're leading the charge. We all know it in a way and prepare for the battle to come.
We return home with Jane waiting for us in the front.
Welcome home, everyone. Alfred, can I have a word with you, please?
I agree, and we head to my room. Jane updates me on the war with Wonderland.
Well, we got permission to invade Wonderland.
When do we leave?
Tomorrow night. But there's more we need to discuss. Sally.
What about her?
Look. We need the Queen alive for Hell's Court. It's the only way we can put an end to the war. If Sally kills her before court, then this war will continue, putting more lives in danger. You're the only one who can calm her down.
I don't think you know this, but me and Sally aren't on speaking terms. Plus, I want to kill the Queen too.
Believe me, if it's anything like my recent trails, then she will meet her death. It's the only way that this war can be put to an end quickly. I brush Alfred's hair. She'll come back. Women can be mean sometimes, but we come around. Plus, I know the way she was looking at you. She's sorry and wants to make it up to you. Just remember, if you're planning on knocking her up, then you need to give her a ring. I tell Alfred good night and leave his room. While I'm leaving, I spot Sally with her ear on the wall. I walk up to her with a smile and tell her this. Got him warmed up for you. I wink at her and leave.
I see Sally knocking on Alfred's door. He lets her in. I decide to listen on their conversation.
How do I look?
Like artist. How did you get her nightgown? She's very picky about people touching her clothes.
You look cool today, helping that dude out.
I was just doing my job. Like everyone else.
Sally tries holding Alfred's hand, but he pulls back.
I'm sorry about what I said yesterday. I was upset.
It's fine.
No, it wasn't. You were trying to be supportive and I was just being a cunt. I don't understand how you can be in love with me. I'm dead on the inside and out.
Before Sally can finish, Alfred kisses her. She kisses him in return.
I'm so sorry, Alfred. I love you.
As I said, my heart beats for both of us.
Dudes. They're going all the way.
I turned to find Tiffany peeking next to me. Then I felt something on my head. Henry flew on my head, peeking too.
Why did they stop? Do you think they're getting protection? Do you think they heard us?
I know they didn't hear me until you two came along. Then out of the blue, they really started going at it.
Yes, my Alfred, let's go all the way.
They sounded like rabbits hitting the wall. We move our heads closer to the door. Then suddenly all three of us were on the floor. Sally and Alfred didn't look happy. So I panic. Artist! What the hell are you doing spying on the children? Get out of here, you weirdo. Tiffany turned invisible and left the crime scene. In an attempt to reflect, Artist accuses Sally of stealing.
Wait a minute. That's my nightgown. Were you trying to do it in my gown?
Sally hit the closet door to reveal Jane hiding in the closet. Jane scolded us and dragged us away. It was really weird to be dragged by a woman who acts like our mom. In the end, it was great to see everything back to normal. Or at least until tomorrow. For tomorrow, we go to war with Wonderland. I don't know how this war will turn out, but I hope I can get everyone out alive. Hello everyone, and thank you for listening to my story. Although my story is far from over, I have other journeys that are over on GenCraft. My username is the same on GenCraft as it is on YouTube. If you want to hear more of my stories, then comment below and maybe I'll do another later on in the future. Thank you again for listening. listening.